PSG.LGD's turn.
He could also get down that Void Spirit route. We've been seeing a lot of that, but no, that's something I haven't been harassing out quite nicely with that lightning. Gotta be very wary of how much burst damage Somnus can have in the split second.
Yeah, it's really key for the Zeus to try to force this advantage out in the early parts of the laning phase. Once that Zeus at 5, should be able to hold his own, at least regen through that harassment. So
over. Top lane could be the first blood. He does get the Inkswell off, but it's not going to be enough. He does go down to September.
What is this?
Chalice will just walk his... FY just going to be haunted by this range creep. As Courier, guys, you can't forget these couriers like this. He does end up getting one. Super. Well, I'm going to be chased down a little bit here by Super. They're going to fight over that bottom power rune, which isn't even going to spawn, and September does take the top one for himself on that Rubik. Still, FY will be chased down a little bit, but he should be okay. And things kind of just return back to normal, although September, he has a haste rune. Somnus, he didn't realize this. He could be in big, big trouble, and the tornado comes through, and he does die. In a bit of a pickle here. He's got to be very careful about Flywind. Starting to really hit hard with that swashbuckle.
Much more.
Chalice should be right for a bit. X-Nova going to be forced to rotate back up towards that top lane, but now he's going to be in trouble. A nice swashbuckle from Flywind. Inkswell may keep him safe, and it barely does, but September will be able to get the final auto attack off and does get the kill. Just him out a little bit, but I'm going to say he doesn't really have any regen right now. Courier comes out, doesn't bring any either. And Old 11 looks like he's going to have to make the walk of shame, though. Mid lane, Somnus going to be in trouble. And he does go down once again. And
advantage with that pickup, just start farming up the jungle due to this slower starting lane.
Seth is having a great old time though on this Invoker. Like, it's going to be a real concern if this keeps up. Lane, looks like they are going to go after X-Nova now on that Grimstroke, and he just gets bursted down. Really going to have to just hold back on this Ricky as well. He's had such a slow start.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Just gonna have to keep farming up and at least get those treads up before you start making rotations with your team. So Old 11 now hits that level 6 mark on the Mars as well, but haven't seen too much action from him. Instead, it's again all on Somnus mid lane. September does lift him up. EMP's there as well, and the Rolling Thunder. And the Zeus is just so susceptible to dying. G now grouping up down to that bot lane. FY, Old 11 could be in trouble. EMP's coming through, and he has no mana left. Literally nothing. He is going to die. Setsu picked to know that Chalice may have rotated down, and well, they're going to have a look over for Setsu, but they'll have to settle for Super now. Throws out the dual breath, but almost certainly is going to die here. Chalice will be able to get the kill, and that's actually going to be the first kill of the game for LGD.
Ooh, it took them a while.
Somnus, Tornado, connects, September's there as well, though they don't have enough. Somnus is okay. Now Flywind just using that Rolling Thunder to make sure they can't chase anyone down. Arena wasted. There's X-Nova going down as well, and now actually that Mars is falling very, very low. Chalice jumps in after Flywind, but they will disengage and maybe go back in now.
No longer
September actually stole that lightning bolt as well, so you've got some great damage coming out of this Rubik, and Chalice has to be careful. He gets Ice Path up with the Macropire. He's gonna die. This is looking really bad already for LGD, as now the Tornado is Somnus. He's gonna lose all his mana again, and now the Ice Path just holds him down with it, but I guess it does kind of open you up to being very, very active. Chalice in trouble, smoke broken. They drop the sentry. They know it must be the Ricky. Can he blink strike out to the creep wave in time? No, the cold snap. The tricks of the trade though will help with the tornado. Is going to land perfectly from Setsu, and Chalice is going to die again. Is that? So if he actually toggles it on, he does actually... Well, never mind that. He's going to lose it in a second anyway. The haste rune is there. Or Hex rather, and they do get the kill, and now Setsu's going to be chased down. Great dust down from X-Nova. Setsu though proving to be too fast to catch with the Inkswell, but can he be fast enough to outrun the whole team of LGD? Apparently, maybe he could. He's still running, trying to sidestep them. Now the spear comes out, and he is going to die. It's a great area right now.
Yeah, it's a bit risky without that Invoker to follow up in the 2 fights.
Heck, he might just get burst. Shackles out, but the Ice Path does connect, cancelling off the Shackles of FY. Now with the Rolling Thunder, they're back onto Somnus. There's the Aegis going down. Somnus held solo and super. He's just on point with these Ice Paths. Now Monet going even further forward. FY has brought back, however. There's that arena coming out. Now Challenge jumps in afterwards. Back on Ursa. Monet will die. Now Super's in trouble as well, and probably will die on the Jakiro. Flyone, however, continues moving forward. Setsu is back. He'll commit the cold snap, and Old 11 will die. Can he make it out? Is this tree line going to be enough? Oh no. They even stole the Hex off him. Off to go FY. Break the smoke, trying to back them forward. September gonna move next to him now. The rest of the team just waiting behind. Flyone trying to loop behind them as well. Goes on to X-Node with the Soulbind coming out with the Serpent Wards. Now the Soulbind being turned around as well. Onto that Ursa. This could be bad. They do drop one. Monet's low. He'll also go down as well. And Old 11, he still has the arena up. He hasn't even committed it yet. May not time soon, or maybe he will. He's blinking forward. He just wants any kill he can get. In fact, no, Setsu, he's going back with September. They're going to go after September first. Now the tricks of the trade is going to reveal Setsu in the tree line. So go back after that Invoker as well. Though he might actually kill off Old 11, but Chalice does also get super. And Setsu, well, he'll lose his courier. And suddenly
Hammer up and running for Monet, so he only lacks that BKB recipe, which is just about 1,000 gold off. So key timer again for the Ursil though.
Top lane X-Nova. It's gonna go down on the Grimstroke.
And the pretty decent damage coming out for the Somnus. It's just all mitigated now. They're gonna have to really build up in Chalice. Really invest.
Drops the Serpent Wards there on September. Gets an easy Chalice though, so a bit more damage and sustainability is there on the Ricky. Monet taking the front lines, taking a fair bit of damage, and now Chalice just jumps in. He wants the Aegis and he gets it very, very quickly, but now the Rolling Thunder is in onto that Ricky. Chalice is not going to survive this. Setsu just drops the leap ball on top of him, and now Upper 11 could also be in trouble. Flyone's just all over the side of LGD with this Rolling Thunder.
Dire's middle tower.
As per LGD, that's the BKB from Monet at play. You just don't have the control once he has that up and running, and very good use of that first charge straight into the high ground.
Why not? Feel confident. FY goes in, Serpent Wards and Hex, but it's not actually going to catch anyone really, and now I believe the Serpent Wards were taken. FY, Deafening Blast comes in, he's going to die as well. Somnus is trying to turn this with the Soulbind and all the magic damage he has, but Setsu will be fine to walk out.
Managed to hold on to their high ground. They do still have those objectives fairly intact. Aren't they? They're gonna have to try again, although
Chalice. Oh, Chalice, you can't die like this. Ice Path was there from Super. He done bricks the trade up, but how do you get out of this? He's trying to blink strike his way out. Now Arena to protect him and just keep everyone else trapped in. Old 11 is gonna tank the gank for his teammate. That's all he can do.
And then try to force the big fights with the control you do have with Mars.
Top lane, Somnus. Go after Setsu. Cold Snap gonna be there. Somnus. I thought he was trying to make a play onto Setsu. Seconds.
Yeah, it's, there you go. It's a stolen Serpent Wards. Really
easy. Chalice will jump in. Monet just enrages.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Now that top Rax is going to be under siege. It is going to be a slow process here from RNG. They're just going to pod and proc at it.
The alacrity that Revenge Necronomicon creep just to get it faster.
They jump in, smokescreen is there, tricks the trade as well with the Arena of Blood, and now the Soulbind. But how do you follow up here? It looks like you can't. The Chaos Meteor coming in from Setsu. With the Deafening Blast, it's just so much damage. Now, Shackles are out on Monet. They'll commit everything they can, but it means nothing. And now Chalice also TP's in. He's going to be in trouble if Flyone wants him dead. He'll TP out. Maybe you get September and Super here. Ice Path won't connect. Chalice, or rather, Somnus. Gotta be careful, Somnus. He will die to Necro units. They are probably going to get Setsu, though. And it will be worth it for LGD to trade away that Zeus.
So you're looking more control and damage coming out from our Fuzzy Wuzzy. And LGD still doesn't have a great build-up here. I mean, Chalice is so far forward once more. Gotta be thankful there's no wards there. But if they find him out in positions like that, he's just an easy kill.
Flying. And I guess for Zeus. Somnus, his game might be over at this point, but he does have another power spike coming once the Axe is up. In fact, they're going to jump in. Monet, great BKB timing. He will cancel off that Spirit. Now Sunstrike, the fly in, and Old 11 gets blown up. Now Setsu going forward, although Chalice going to blink in. There's a support being dropped as well as the Hex. Monet, though, he does get exploded, but now is onto FY. It's a triple kill for the Ursa. Chalice will have to make a run for it. And that'll be it. Chalice, you're not really thinking about jumping back in, but nay, he'll turn around now. He wants the ultra kill. He might go for the rampage. Chalice, he jumps back in now with the blink strike. They know he's around there somewhere.
There are no wards to be worried about from the Shadow Shaman. There will be a soul bind, but again, there's just not enough damage follow-up to really even get the kills off with the control you get from that anymore.
11, he just gets blinked on straight away. Monet does not care. Underneath the tier 4 towers. That's where that blink comes in handy as well, because you just don't expect the Ursa to have that kind of itemization anymore. Right? You keep forgetting that he has a blink up and he can close the gap that quick.
Yeah, and they're playing it safe. They pull back. They want the Roche, but it's half a minute off. You're not going to have that just yet.
Not quite yet. It'll give time for LGD to try and get in range and set up for the next Roshan fight, because I don't believe they can actually afford to give that next Rosh away. That is going to be the third Rosh of the game. Let this go down for free.
Oh no. This is going to be massive. It has the Ags. On Monet, that's just going to be ridiculous.
They're not going to make it though. They just can't. Not with the alacrity on Monet. Just amping up that damage, and they might try for a fight. Old 11 gets jumped on straight away. Monet is there. Now the Serpent Wards have also been dropped, but let's just focus on the Ursa, who is going after the Mars and does get the kill. Meanwhile, FY gets the Chaos Meteor dropped on top of his head, and he will also die. And Monet, he's looking for another target.
Every time. Every time.
Without a doubt. Monet blinking forward, trying to find another target with that Abyssal. Doesn't quite get one, but September does. He lifts up sets, or rather, Somnus, but it is a trade, 1-for-1. September does die, and now X-Nova dies, and they call the GG. Alright, that was it. Bit of an anticlimactic ending, but RNG take the first game really convincingly.
Yeah, that was really bombastic coming out from them. We doubted that.
I believe all the position 4 spots are filled up for LGD. So, I mean, I guess I've just got to choose a set. Kuchi for the bounty rune. Does he get it? Ooh. He does. Okay, so you get a 3-for-1 trade, but how much damage are you going to take for that? 4 Fire Spirits coming out with the Brain Sap. It's going to be first blood. Chalice? Will he survive on 2 HP? He does, but Flywan knows where he is in September. We'll take the... Nova doesn't really have a way to cancel that from range. Well, Battle Hunger will now come out from Flywan. It's really a lot of dot damage that is there with that Battle Hunger plus the Fire Spirits, especially once you get to that level 3 mark on the Phoenix. Can't really underestimate how much they can do. No, poor old X-Nova's just gonna have to tank all this damage. In fact, Icarus dive now coming out from September. Another Battle Hunger. Flywan gonna block the way there. It's like Flywan just wants to try and set up for the creep skip. Should be able to get away with just fine. Like, Yoga can't do much to slow him down.
Yeah, and this is the beauty of the Axe lane, of course. If you're not set up to punish it, well, it can really just find its own last hits. Chalice isn't hurt too much in terms of farm, though. He is pulling ahead just ever slightly in terms of CS.
Flywan's gonna keep going. X-Nova, I'm not sure if it should be that close. They're gonna try and take Flywan out here. Flywan's still trying to get this creep wave before he does go down, but he is gonna die. Bring the mat up. But it seems as though as the levels are going up now, it could get a lot more dangerous here for Somnus.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
So Setsu is still really playing on the edge on that puck.
Yeah, it's not quite a very easy lane for Setsu to just trade evenly. You are still finding decent enough.
Flywan. They can't allow him to do this freely on the Axe, otherwise he may get out of control. Arrow won't land from FY. And Fly will just have to make a run back wherever he's really going. Of course, he wants to keep creep skipping here, but he just can't. And now Somnus going after Setsu, trying to get a trade here, but he does end up going down. Speed. Chalice is going to come back down, though, and there is FY there as well. So they're just going to try and surround this axe again. Arrow be there with a very easy setup with the Fire Blast, still Flywind taking some of the damage, but here comes Chalice. And this should mean Flywind just dies. In fact, nice body blocks out from FY. Just have to commit the call and keep running, but he is definitely going to die. That'll be this. You are getting close to that stage where we are going to see some ganks, just like in that mid lane where Dreamcoil is up, so you just jump in after the Viper, and Seth will get a secondary kill now onto Somnus. Somnus just about to hit that level 6 mark, needed one more. The brighter side of things, for the side of LGD, Palace still just farming just fine on that Weaver. I could almost say the same for Flywind on the axe. They've kind of stopped paying attention to that axe, and now, well, top lane, they were trying to go after Monet, but he's also just fine. Now, you do have the arena up, but Monet has the enrage, and he is waiting for that perfect moment, so they may have to settle for Super. They get started, there is going to be Spear coming out, they will be just fine. Now Super will be getting fairly low on that lane, a nice Nightmare out, now the Dream Coil, they do catch that Mars. Old 11 can't survive and will go down, and X-Nova has no...
So, opting for this build-up into BKB, a lot safer for Monet.
Bot lane, so they are going to try and go off the Flywood again. 11 also going to be there, committing the spear, and will set up for a nice easy kill. And Old 11 will take it on the Mars. Almost completed there on Monet, though Arrow will not connect there from FY. They're going to try and force that bottom tier 1 down. FY
Radiant's bottom tower
trying to
is under
avoid
attack.
Flywood, who is just chasing him. He will leap the other way.
Oh, Chalice up top.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah, he's been beans up. Super does catch him, and Chalice, Dreamcoil will be there just in case. Now Old 11 does come in with an arena. Nice phase shift out from Setsu, but they will at least get Amber, and now Setsu's been stunned up. He's trying to get out of there. Can he make it though? No, the poison is out from Somnus. Too long with the Viper, because he does to drop off pretty darn quick if you do spend too much time just trying to secure a farm. Top lane, A does go for the Earthshock. Old 11 Super does get the Nightmare off from the Viper, but he has been Viper Strike. They are going to go back in, but Nate just pops the enrage. However, now turns back around because Chalice has showed up. They kill off Super, and Monet, he's too far forward. He gets speared up again. We'll see Setsu come in, but he's been stunned up now as well from X-Nova. He'll commit the Dream Coil, but can he get himself out? Not if FY has anything to say about it. He'll ensure he dies. And RNG just one by one going into that team fight. And it did not pay off at all.
They're really not respecting just how much damage LGD can pump out with.
Take us.
Plenty of power spikes happening here, and Setsu may not be expecting this. Use up from FY into the arrow as well, but Flywind is now there with the blink call, and A-Shift is out to dodge the spear of Old 11, and they're just going to try and disengage. Super also has the Fiend's Rip to try and turn this. He will commit on Old 11. They get one kill. Now with the Dream Call and the egg being dropped, LGD is in big trouble. They'll lose X-Nova as well as Chalice, and now the poor old Viper Somnus is going to get burnt like by the sun itself. It's a 4-for-1. Flywind the only one to really die in that situation.
The puck is not an easy target anymore. Not when you have the backup from the axe. Look towards the Ursa while he's vulnerable, or any other target for that matter.
Tetsu would be a bit vulnerable. Johnny's falling quite low here to Chalice. Spear is going to be there out from Old 11. He does go...
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom
He looks
tower
to
is
try and
under
defend this. They go down bot. They did find Super with the arrow from FY, and now, well, Super knows he's dead. Can't really do much about this on the Bane. He'll just give him a Nightmare, and that's it. The rest of them find. X-Nova going to TP the outset. So do you want a Dream Coil? X-Nova, he cancels it himself. He goes for a run. He is going to die. That is going to be the dream call being used up. Well, now they might go for the fight. Mane, he pops the enrage. There is going to be a stun out from FY. The arrow on the puck. Setsu, he'll die again. However, they get on 11. Now the Fiend Trip is there on Thumnus. It does get cancelled, but the egg is out as well. It does pop off. They find another kill. Now Chalice, can they at least get the Weaver? He's the real problem here. Flywan getting a call off there on FY, but he's still making a run for it. Super will die. A dunk out from Flywan and Chalice. Well, he just runs. He doesn't
Maintaining control on that side of the river.
Why? Gonna be right around September. September trying to dive away, but of course the use cancellation is there. Into the arrow, and that'll be a nice, easy pickoff. Very, very close call there.
It's
Radiant's courage.
It's an RNG now. Nice dunk onto X. No,
he's still LGD.
He does put the dunk on cooldown though, in all fairness. So now the rush is being taken. He does jump in with the call, does get Twix. No, but he's falling very, very low. He will die. FY now out of there, and poor old 11 is going to get beans ripped up, and he'll also be down. It's RNG's Roshan now to take, but you've got to be careful about Chalice. He can get vision, he can Sakuchi his way in. All gonna be there, Flywan, he's on point with it, but there is a BKB up from Chalice. Will be fine, however, X up in drop. Chalice will focus down that egg. Old 11 trying as well, and Fly jumps in. They all take it out. Now a 3-man Dream Coil out of there, but it's not gonna mean anything, or maybe it does. Old 11 dies, but Mane's in trouble, and so is Flywan. They were both standing in the Nether Toxin. They both end up going down. Super, he's gonna try and TP, but the arrow, it does land from FY.
Having those up and running for the next fight would be great, and they should really just aim to play defensively. You don't want to fight into that Aegis.
Arrow, Flywan getting caught, he's gonna make a run for it. There's a lot of heroes there from the side of LGD pacing him down. Another Yule's gonna come out now from old 11, and they commit the arena and spear. That'll mean it's gonna be a very easy kill onto Flywan.
Dota should tank him up a bit more though. Is opting for that Scott deal though. TP out.
Chalice, he's not gonna make it. Setsu got Dream Coil, and now they just commit everything. Fiend's grip out from Super to just make sure.
A bit. Just the control, of course, is the most important bit. So even with that BKB and Somnus, has to be a bit careful of that.
Oh, they jump in. X-Nova being caught out here. Flywan's there with the call as well. Nova has no way out of that scenario. It's going to be there from Mane. And I wonder whether he'll be able to survive the initial onslaught.
Radiant's middle tower.
No, it's a bit tricky.
Coil, mid lane, FY getting caught out there, and he does die.
Radiant's middle tower.
Meanwhile, Flywood gets a call off on the Viper. Now the Fiend Grip as well from Super. It is cancelled with the spear, but they get the dunk off anyway. Old 11 with that arena just trying to zone them out. Channel's trying to fight back up against Setsu. They just can't, however. Mane still chasing down old 11. Does get stunned up. Will now turn around onto that Weaver. But can they lock him down with a call? They can. Mane though getting speared back by old 11. It won't be enough, however they lose Chalice on that Weaver, and now X-Nova's down. Saw that Hive Skype out on Chalice, so they know he probably doesn't have that buyback available.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I didn't think I'd be saying this game, John, but RNG are going to take the first racks of the game. Green call out on old 11, just holding it down.
Radiant's middle tower.
And well, Yules is going to be...
LGD, they've got to be careful, because RNG, I mean, they're pulling ahead. You're...
Jump in. Stance is out. Old 11, he's going to be in trouble. They dust up. Dream Call is great from Setsu, but they are focusing down X-Nova first, and they do get the kill. Still, the Weaver is trapped there in that Dream Coil, but they see the buyback out from X-Nova. They don't want to keep contesting this. Blink out, egg being dropped, Flywan, he jumped back in with the call now. Challenge trying to burst down the egg, but the Fiend's grip is there from Super. It's not going to be enough to burst down the egg in time. Now he comes back out with the Sun Ray, back onto Solnus. That Viper's in trouble, he does go down. Still, it looked like they will buy the trade on Mane, but he'll buy back immediately. Another Nightmare out from Super. Chalice going to keep chasing down September, it seems. He might have to just settle for Super instead, but everyone is just running away from him. Setsu, still there. Sense of waiting, having Green Call back up. That's how the game has been going. We're back in that fly with the arrow. It's not enough. That means back in. They have Green Call back up as well. That means F1 is certainly just going to die here. The Dark. Not going to be necessary. They'll just call him up, and now X-Nova just fought back. That's not what you want if you're LGD. Buyback is there from FY. It's the only buyback they have left. Super, Nightmare is going to be there on old 11. He's going to be in trouble again. He pops his BKB, holds his shield up. Is it going to be enough though? Arrow from FY will secure the control to Super, and now the arena and speed being committed on Monet. But Setsu will not leave this Mars alone. He'll keep chasing him down. Meanwhile, Monet, however, Flywin, he comes in for the cause. Chalice and Monet, he wants out of here. He's trying to TP. FY though, he cancels off that TP with the arrow, and now here comes Setsu again. They're back onto Chalice. Chalice will time the Weaver. And FY is ticking down here to Setsu. Now the egg's going to be dropped.
Oh, man.
Somnus can't do anything about it. He's going to go down. They're all dead with no buyback.
RNG? Rocky when Monet just wanted to bail. But the arrow helped. The arrow gave him those kills. Monet just cleaned up.
Oh boy. How any form of a team fight. And well, they'll take the outpost back. It's like FY was racing to try and get the other outpost. Super meanwhile. Let's see old 11 there. They Dream Coil, they do get the Mars. Arena of Blood has been dropped. He is definitely dead here. They commit the Fiend's Grip. That Mars is going to be gone for another 70. But he seems to be affecting them too much. Now Setsu, he'll jump in. Dream Coil is there. He gets two people in it, and he's just using it to hold them back. He wants to secure the racks to just get his team out of there. Playing on here. To go after X-Nova, but the Moonlight Shadow will protect him. Both teams, of course, waiting for the next Roshan. Is there a visual bug on that Weaver, John? I don't see... Like, the damage output doesn't seem right for a Divine Rapier. Never mind that. Arrow is onto Flyhook. Arena of Blood is there. Now the Spear as well, but a great dream call out from Setsu. Who's going to try and fight back, but they don't know there's a Divine up right now. They're going to jump in anyway. Grip is there onto Somnus. He's in trouble. He'll fly. Now the core Flywood. He doesn't get Chalice. The Divine is on the deck. It came just 30 seconds ago.
Oh, yeah, that's it? That's it? Ugh, man. RNG. Clean. Just clean. Dominant. Dominant 2 games, Mike. We thought it would be closer. But